What's up, y'all? My name is Alex Kremer. I'm the founder and CEO of Illuvians. We support sales professionals, sales leaders, and founders on both mastering their craft of being a great achiever while also complementing that with what we call the inner game. And your inner game is a lot about who you are, why you're here, what your purpose is, and also how do you relate to the anger, the sadness, the anxiety, the imposter syndrome. When we bring a combination of tactics and strategies with complementing it with mindfulness practices to support you and step into your greatest version. And one of the things that I always found through my career was how can you actually bring a level of awareness to yourself? I want to give a quick story here. I remember when I was at around a Series C tech company. It was called Outreach, and I was there for about 5 years, helped to grow it out from 25 to 250 million. I was an account executive at the time. And I remember that every single day when I would come into the office, I was grinding. I'd get into the office around 6 a.m. I probably would leave around 6 p.m. I was going in on Sundays, and it was a grind. And every single month we had a quota of 70K. And my calendar every day was packed. Whether it was prospecting, whether it was deals, whether it was strategy conversations, my thought process was, hey, as long as I'm grinding, I'm getting after it, I'm doing something, how could I not succeed? And I'm gonna be honest, it worked to a point. The problem is that every single month I barely scrape by that 70K, and then the very next month we go back to zero, and I say, oh my gosh, I have to do this again. I'm assuming some of you might have felt or experienced that before. And I remember there was this gentleman in the office, his name was Ryan. And I swear to God, every single day he was in the office, man, he was just kind of chilling. He was talking with people. He had a lot of space on his calendar, but every single month he would blow out his quota. He would 2x or 3x his quota. And I remember going up to him and I said, Ryan, what are you doing? Why am I literally killing myself every single day just to barely hit quota when you are completely crushing it and it feels like you barely work? And you remember one of the things he told me, he said, Alex, there's a couple of things that are really important. He said, first things first, self-connection over everything else. He said, Alex, if you are wanting to connect better with other people, develop rapport, build trust, have authentic conversations, and you yourself are first not connected with you, well, it goes out the window. And he talked to me a lot about the importance of having a morning practice. And actually, he even talked to me about having a practice before every single one of the calls that he would go on that make sure that he was grounded, that he was in his body. And I remember just having this massive awakening, be like, man, I am like literally putting on this mask, putting on this face every single day, trying to push these people to buy my product. And I'm not actually trying to solve their problems because I'm not actually connecting with them because I'm not connected with myself. And I remember making a commitment around that time. This was after I joined a community that was a lot about mindfulness and connect yourself. And I committed to meditating for 365 days in a row. And there were certain days that I would meditate for 30, 45 minutes. And there were certain days where I'd lay my head on my pillow after a long day and I'd close my eyes and then all of a sudden I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot to meditate today. And I'd open up my Headspace app and I'd put on the breathing part for 30 seconds. And I just found my breath, but I got that check mark for 365 days. And the impact of that is that, man, when I was actually grounded within myself first, it was actually supporting me and actually feeling a level of meaning and aliveness and genuineness with how I sold. When I went into sales leadership and outreach, I used to talk to the sales reps. Hey, once you are actually connected yourself, you also have to be tapped into something more than just hitting your quota. Yes, of course, we want to do that, but hitting your quota and crushing your numbers, that's actually a mere byproduct of actually doing something meaningful. And we talk about, hey, cool, when you actually sell your product, why are you excited about that beyond just your bank account starting to show a greater number of numbers in it? We used to have to be able to genuinely attach, cool, when somebody uses our product, right? When I was at Outreach, we sold a sales engagement platform. So sales reps would use it. And we say, cool, when we sell to this customer, their sales reps are going to be able to engage with more prospects and close more deals. Inevitably, they're going to be able to hit their quota more. What happens when you hit your quota more, right? You probably feel more confident. You feel less stressed. You feel more like, I'm doing something. And when you feel that way, guess how you most likely show up at home? You feel different. You support your family better. You're more present with them. And so what we used to do is, hey, when we're actually selling outreach, sure, we want to close this big deal for us, but think about the end users. Think about the people that we're actually selling to and the impact we have an opportunity to have on their life. Can you be keeping that vision? Can you be keeping that why from moment to moment? I have a teacher who I've studied under for the past 5 years. His name is Rob Renahan. He's an incredible human being. And one of the things he talks about, he's like, Alex, can you remember your why and your vision from your heart from moment to moment? Can you keep it there? Heck, before I actually started recording this, you know what I do? Usually when it's a big call, my anxiety starts to go up. I start to go in my head, oh my God, what are they gonna think? How am I going to do all this sort of stuff? And so what I actually choose to do is I do one round of Wim Hof breath work, which you know Wim Hof breath is like in the mouth, out through the mouth. It's a pretty extreme breath. And then after I do that, I feel my body and I say a mantra. I say, God, please allow me to serve the people on this call. This is not about me, this is about them. Allow me to be a channel for them so I can serve them in the best way possible. Whether or not they choose to work with me, can I serve them? And when that is front and center, if that is the guiding light, guess what? That starts to come through in your tonality, that comes through in your energy, that comes through in how you do discovery and how you demo and how you negotiate. Your inner game directly impacts how you actually sell, enroll, and influence others. This is about having awareness for yourself. This is also about having an aligned set of values in terms of how you are selling to people. Which is why I'm so excited to be launching our new online cohort called Mastery with Meaning. This is a 5-week program. There's an online plus a weekly call. There's one-on-one coaching. There's a Slack container to support you not only diving deep into your inner game, which is, hey, how do you gain clarity on who you are and why you're here and what your purpose is, but also when you have that anxiety and that stress and that burnout, imposter syndrome, fear come up, what do? How do you relate to it? And how can that actually help you become a better sales professional, a better sales leader, and enroll people and influence people more authentically, more with meaning? And how the thing that unlocks you is how do you start to surround yourself with other people who are doing that as well, who are bringing a level of deep commitment, we're bringing a level of deep authenticity and vulnerability, and also loving accountability. Because when you do that, so much opens up. So the sacred formula is this. It's super simple. Number one, you commit to your craft, your skill set, the thing that you are doing in your profession, almost the left brain side, the tactics and the strategy. Number two, commit to yourself, meaning feel an aliveness around who you are, why you're here, and what your purpose is. And also with love, face the stuff that's holding you back from embodying that version of you. And when you commit to your craft, when you commit to yourself, and then number three, you surround yourself with other people doing that same thing, so much really opens up. And I cannot wait to be going on this journey with you. So I'm excited about it, cannot wait. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you check out our online course. We have retreats that we throw once a quarter as well. I cannot wait to see you